First of all, thank you all for being here today. To me, this is a great occasion because it's an opportunity for some partnerships that will be going forth. I'd like to thank you all for being here, and I tell you what, as I look behind me, we got just an array of distinguished people that, you know, they should be up and talking and not me. And I just appreciate each one of them being here. Today we're here to talk about a donation, a partnership from the fire department, the City of Columbia, and Richland County, donating these to the school system. And I would tell you, I'm so honored and blessed to be associated with the City of Columbia and Richland County in this endeavor, because I think it's going to really make a big difference in how the students move forward in their learning. Of course, to be successful, you need the right tools for any job, and these are trucks that serve the citizens of the City of Columbia and Richland County, and now they're going to be used for another purpose, which is great. So, you know, we are giving back to a program that will provide for future firefighters. You know, these students, they learn firefighting, and, you know, we need firefighters. And I think this is just a great avenue for us to be able to recruit firefighters who know. Yeah, we still have to work. You may see some barrel out here in a minute, so we just got to see what it says right quick. Wow. That was not planned, okay? You know, sometimes I'm at a city council meeting, and always at the opportune time, some fire truck go by, and everybody look at me like, we see what you're doing. But anyway, like I say, this I'm sorry. Like I said, this is a great opportunity to really teach the students about how to fight fire. And actually, when they graduate, I believe they'll graduate with a Fire 1 certificate. So I think that is great. You know, we train our firefighters up to what is called Fire 2, so they're just about there. But, you know, I'm not going to stand up here and talk. I do want to introduce some people, and I would like to get some remarks from Superintendent Dr. Craig Witherspoon.
Thank you, and good morning. As the Chief said, this is a wonderful opportunity to engage students at a very young age in terms of the firefighting area. And students, while they're in high school, will be able to go through this program to participate and use real equipment, real world experience. And that's what we talk a lot about in education. How do we engage students? How do we bring them into the real world so that when they graduate, they can go right into that workforce? And as the Chief stated, they can get that certification, they can get hired to be a part of the firefighters, and also have their continuing education to be paid for as well. So again, if we're talking about preparing students for college and careers, both are important. They're important for that student and their pathway, and it's also important for our communities. We've got our students engaged in industry that is so very important, that engages them, but also can keep them in the community as they graduate and move forward. And for us in Richland One, we're proud because we already offer 13 of the 16 career pathways. And this program that we're bringing online certainly helps us with pathway number 14 and continue to move forward. So we are so grateful to be partnering with Columbia Fire Department and this program to improve experiences and opportunities for our students, but also to help our community as well. So thank you, Chief, so very much. And at this time, would like to bring up our Superintendent in Richland 2, Dr. Barron Davis.
Good morning. I'm the rookie superintendent of the group, so I prepared some actual words to share with you all this morning. I am Baron Davis, and I serve as superintendent of Richland School District 2, and it is indeed my pleasure to be with you this morning. We want to first start off by thanking the City of Columbia, of course, Richland County, but I also want to thank all those other individuals that were involved in this, the donation of these wonderful gifts to our school district, and specifically to Westwood High School. Westwood's emergency and fire management program started with just 5 students when the school opened in 2012. The program has grown currently to 26 students enrolled for this new school year. But since 2012, approximately 60 students have taken the class. One is now a volunteer firefighter, one went on to become an EMT, and 2 have recently applied to work for the city fire department. And I am sure they meet all the qualifications for hire, Chief, and will be hired very soon. All students who take the class at Westwood earn first aid and CPR certifications. They receive FEMA emergency incident command training, gain hazmat awareness, and in general have a better understanding and appreciation for fire services and emergency procedures. That's why I am certain that they are more than qualified for hire for the city of Columbia. I'm keep plugging that for you. I want to thank Westwood's fire instructor, Mr. Steve Wilson, and Principal Dr. Cheryl Guy, and the incredible faculty and staff at Westwood High School, along with our board of trustees and our administrators for their efforts in growing the program. This fire truck would join the one that was purchased a few years ago. And so now we actually have a fleet of fire trucks. Again, we really appreciate it, and thank you for this. This shining example, this helps us achieve our shining example of our mission in action, an example of partnerships that's developing the global citizens who are prepared to lead and excel in their pathways. Thank you so much. And I would like to introduce Dr. Hefner, Superintendent-elect Richland 5. Dr. Hefner.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Indeed, it's my privilege to be here today, and it's my privilege to serve as the superintendent of Lexington Richland 5. And on behalf of our entire district and our school board's represented today by the Honorable Larry Halter-Wanger, our board vice chair. We thank you for this tremendous gift and your thoughtfulness in making this happen. Just to let you know what will happen to this vehicle is its first stop will be Irmo High School, where it will spend time with our auto collision program, where according to your requirements it has to be repainted in order to meet the fact that we know it's not an official working fire truck. So it will spend some time there. From there it will go to our Center for Advanced Technical Studies, where it will spend time with our automotive engineering students as they will learn about the technology involved in a vehicle as complicated as this. From there, of course, it will have its permanent home with our fire and rescue program, where it will serve our students so very meaningfully for years and years to come. And also our students in our clean energy program will be manufacturing the biodiesel fuel that will be necessary to operate this particular vehicle. So this is a gift that is certainly very, very valuable for our fire and rescue program, but serves so many other aspects of our programs as we seek to prepare our students for the careers that they will enjoy for a lifetime. The chief mentioned about the fact that these vehicles have been serving the public, which reminds me of the quote of the late Neil Postman in the book The End of Education, who said that public education does not serve a public, it creates a public. And so this vehicle, which is these vehicles, which have so capably served our public for years and years, will now be a part of creating our public for the years to come. Again, thank you for this wonderful donation, and we assure you it will be put to wonderful use. Thanks.
Before I call on the chairs of the districts, this donation could not be made possible without the cooperation and the generousness of both our councils. The fire department is a very unique animal in that we're not just Columbia, but we are Columbia-Richland, and we serve both Columbia and Richland County. This has been a partnership that has been going on for a long time, and prayerfully it'll continue to go on for a much longer time, because it is a very seamless operation. It is not a matter of whose territory is it. It's all of our territory, from one side of the county to the next, in all four corners. So I'm very proud to have, and I see 3 members here, and I'm gonna call them up to make some remarks. We have from Richland County, we have Councilman Jackson, and we also have Councilman Manning, and from the city of Columbia, we have Councilman Davis. So I'm giving them an opportunity to come up and share some words with you, and however they want to come.
I'm Jim Manning. I represent District 8. Calvin Chip Jackson, come on up here. I'm the senior council member, but he's the distinguished one. Please come up here and say a few words. As you know, he's served on the school board for a good number of years, and now joining us on county council, so he gets to see this from 2 different perspectives. And so I'd like you to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. I was thinking as the press conference began, many of you in this room remember a few years ago after 9/11, the city of Columbia and a lot of partners got together and donated a fire truck to the city of New York in response to that tragedy that occurred up there a few years ago. And so now we roll the clock forward, and now, once again, the fire department, under the leadership of Chief Aubrey Jenkins, is now donating fire trucks to our educational system. And we want to be mindful of our opportunity to take advantage of this tremendous gift. And I see it as a gift that keeps on giving, because not only will these students have the opportunity to learn in a real life situation, it's another example of what education is really all about in our schools, both Richland 1 and Richland 2. We have a partnership with Palmetto Richland Hospitals, where they do the very same sort of thing. We have partnerships with our Richland County Sheriff's Department, where the same thing happens, where they're actually utilizing the tools of the industry in the classroom, so that when they do leave, as Dr. Davis said, they'll be more than qualified for all of those positions that will become available. So thank you, Chief Jenkins, for your contribution, your gift, and for all of the citizens of Richland County who support this need that's so great in our community. Thank you very much.
So again, on behalf of our chairwoman, Joyce Dickerson, our vice chair, Bill Malinowski, and all our colleagues on county council, we just want to say thank you to the superintendents, to the chief, to all the public educators, all our firefighters, for joining in a partnership for us to be a stellar county. And with that said, the Honorable, my mentor, Councilman Sam Davis.
Good morning. Mayor Steve Benjamin, the city manager, and definitely the fire department, we're honored, pleased, and we are really proud that we are able to bring these entities together, because it's all about service, and it's all about the teachings of having a first-class fire department, a first-class system of fighting fires. I've spent some time in and out of the schools over the years, principal for the day and reading to the kids. And one of the things that has impressed me a lot has been the robotics program at Keenan. It's all about technology and the fact that we are preparing students to be a viable entity in this community. It's all about the contributions they're going to make, and it's not just about smoke and flames. And I'm certain that those students, as an example, participating in this program will bring new ideas, new commitments, and a vision for ensuring that we remain one of the best fire systems in the entire Southeast, if not the nation. So we understand that these gifts won't fit under a Christmas tree, but the symbolism is very important, and that is that everybody gives, everybody participates, and the end goal is true public service and a commitment to making sure that everyone is safe. Thank you.
We'd also like to get some remarks from the chairs of the school districts. Ms. Harris, and if you could introduce the other two as well.
Good morning, and thank you so much, Chief Jenkins. It's a pleasure to be here on this morning on behalf of the Richland 1 Board of Commissioners. I'd like to introduce two of my colleagues that are present, Commissioner Jamie Devine and Commissioner Liliana Sauls. And truly on behalf of the Board of Commissioners of Richland 1, we are super excited about this opportunity and what it will hold for our students. I believe our truck will be housed at Lower Richland High School, and I'm super excited as a mom because my son signed up for that program. So I'm super excited about him being a part of that and what it has to offer. Of course, in the Lower Richland community, that is one of the rural portions of Richland 1. For those that don't know, Richland 1 is a urban, suburban, and rural school district. So we have to cater to some very specific needs. And I'm excited that we're going to be able to offer that program in an area that on a lot of times when we do have fires and things of that nature in that area, it takes such a long time to get to those long far out areas that a lot of times by the time our firefighters arrive, those houses are sometimes completely consumed and engulfed in flames. So we're excited that we have this collaboration with the city and Richland County to enhance those firefighting efforts on that end of our community, because at the end of the day, all of Richland 1, all of Richland 2, and all of these districts that's represented on today are important, and we're appreciative of what Chief Jenkins is providing for us on today, and we look forward to more things to come from our partnership with him, with Richland 1, as well as the other districts that's represented on today. Again, thank you so very much, Chief Jenkins, and thank you for this opportunity.
Good morning, I'm Craig Plank. I serve currently as the chair of Richland 2, new in the role, and am having a great time doing it. Let me first introduce a fellow board member, the Honorable Lindsay Agostini joins me here this morning. You know, and thank you, Chief Jenkins, for this press conference, as well as all of your interest in coming out for this neat event. You know, I was thinking that it takes a person of special character to be running into imminent peril when others are running out. And we're surrounded today by those who are here who are doing that currently, and those who in the future will be doing the very same thing. So we're very grateful for that. And as we look out on the horizon of Richland 2, you know, we're striving to be that premier district in this area and in the country for that matter. It's neat to see that character shown, and that is the character that we seek. And by this donation, it allows, as a previous superintendent said, that it allows us as a public to be able to fill the rest of our community with those individuals of character. So we appreciate this donation. We look forward to what it will do for our school. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Larry Haltwanger, and I'm the Vice Chair of our Lexington Richland School District 5. On behalf of our Chairperson, Robert Gant, and the other board members, and Dr. Hefner, and our staff and students, we're indeed grateful with gratitude that the City of Columbia and the Columbia Fire Department has decided to invest. So we're to invest in our young people. So we appreciate all that you do, all that they are doing, and again, invest in our students, because as one of the previous speakers said, it's an opportunity for them to have hands-on learning experience in utilizing the gifts that you've given. So thank you so much for having us, and we appreciate it.
Again, this is one of those partnerships that keep on giving, because certainly we're going to get intimately involved in these programs. And, you know, the city of Columbia and Richland County giving these fire trucks is not the end of what we're going to be involved in. I do also want to thank my command staff who is standing over here. And all the firefighters that's behind you as well. These are folks who really make it possible for us to function and to do our jobs. So we do appreciate that. We do have some members from the various schools. If you all want to come up and just say something, I think that would be great.
I'm Steve Wilson at Westwood High, and I like to tell everybody I teach the hottest class in the district. So if you got a kid that wants some adventure, Westwood looking for some students. And I do want to thank Columbia and all the council members that helped us out, and the local firefighters that actually come out and help us at the class, because without them, it would be a real hard job to do. So thank you.
Good morning. My name is Clay Morgan. I'm from Lower Richland, and I would like to thank everybody that has been supported. I don't know everybody's names. I'm from out of state, just moving to the area, but I would like to thank Chief Jenkins for his donation and Columbia's support. We're starting new this year, so it's going to be a trying year for me. This is my first year teaching, but I think we're going to create a lot of. I think we're going to do a lot of great things at Lower Richland and create some great firefighters to hopefully funnel into this great city. So I would like to thank y'all for y'all's time, and thank y'all for letting me be a part of this.
Good morning. My name is Michael Levy. I'm the fire and rescue instructor with Lexington Richland District 5, the center, starting our 4th year. And basically, this will allow me to get rid of the hose bed that I've put C-clamps and 2x4s on a table to demonstrate how to pack and pull hose. Now I've got something obviously much more, much better, much more real life. So this is a great day. A lot of relationships in this donation. I know Chief Strohecker has been working 4 years on making this happen. The support with Chief Jenkins, as well as city and Richland County, is tremendous. So this is a great opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, again, just want to say thanks for everybody that's coming. Thank you to all the school districts. Especially thank you to the City of Columbia and Richland County councils for their support in this. I do want to especially also thank Chief Strohecker, who has really been pushed. He was pushing me. So I thank him for his tenacity and his drive to make sure that this come to pass. So that kind of concludes our session. If anybody have any questions, or if you just want individual interviews, you just grab anybody beyond me on this line right here, all the way down, and I'm quite sure they have a lot to say. But I mean, if you need something from me as well, I'm available. But if anybody have any questions?
Chief Jenkins, on the vehicles that were donated, how long was it taking you all to get these 3 vehicles together and decommissioned to be able to get these to these districts?
These vehicles were going to surplus. So, so we're rolling them out of the stock. So, it's probably took, I don't know, maybe 3-4 months to kind of bring all this together. So, instead of just decommissioning them and surplus them, we thought it would be great to get some use out of them in the schools, especially with the programs that schools have.
And how important is it for these students to be getting that hands-on equipment use to train them?
I think it's very important. You need hands-on. I mean, you can set up props to, just like he was saying, how he had the 2x4s and putting the hose load on those. But it's nothing like the real thing, and we want them to have a real world experience on what it's like to not only, I'm quite sure they be driving around their parking lots, they be loading the hoses on, they be flowing water off them, whatever they need to do. At least they get a real world experience on them.